Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. Excuse me. In this video we are looking at the AFL SuperCoach after round 17 of the 2024 season. And a pretty good week for us with the 24-25, which was just outside the top 10k for the round. But we have got some green arrows overall. We're knocking on the door of the top 5,000. And ironically enough, given that this channel is mostly dedicated to NRL, it turns out this is the one I'm actually doing the best in at the moment. So put it down to, I do find this format a little bit easier in the sense of there's only 4 positions, and there's a lot more sort of content out there. It's not to say there's not a lot of NRL content out there, but I'll probably look at the AFL stuff a bit more just because I need more support with it. So note to self, maybe I should watch the NRL content and focus on that. But we'll have a look at the team and how it went. So if it loads, yeah, the internet here's been pretty good now that I've worked out the VPN. But there we go. So winner, fantastic. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Thank you very much. So our defence, pretty solid. You know, Sheezer with a 141 is massive. Dacos with a 92 as our VC was underwhelming, but you know, 90s and above I'm okay with. Ryan with a 99, you know, again, they're averaging 120, so we'll cop a 90 once in a while. Jordan Clark with the 103 was solid. Houston with the 76 was a bit disappointing based on what I just said. And Nick Martin, 99s are fine by me. Nick Caulfield came back, so getting a little bit of cash out of him, but just having an emergency in the fence finally is very nice. In the midfield, we went with Bont. Sorry, no, we didn't go with Bont. That was last week. 106 for Bont. Josh Dunkley, we bought in as a bit of a point of difference and got us a 140, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Lockie Neal got a 170. So, you know, if we did the original trade, Horn Francis to Neil, I think that would have worked out better. Not that I actually saw what Raul got. He was the one who got traded out. Butters with a 159 is massive. Merritt with a 145. You know, awesome work there from the mids. That's what you want at this time of year from your premiums. Sam Walsh was a bit flat with a 69. Caleb Strong with an 84. Also a bit disappointing. Jack Steele with a 102 is, you know, about his average, so we'll cop that. And Horn Francis with an 87, just a little bit below. Again, we've got Dowling there, 67, so he's made, what's that, 80k. He started at 123. It'll pop up eventually when I don't want it. That's fine. Captain Gawn, and he only got the round 100, so Tim English with the 137 would have been the go. But, you know, we'll cop that. Obviously, well, actually, Butters would have been the go. But, you know, that's fine. I think Gawn did have a little injury, so I might have to follow it up. He might actually be out this week. I'm looking at the amount of trade outs. That could be the case. Alright, so we'll cover that as one of the bases for our views this week as Dowling finally loads up. Brilliant. Yeah, so made 84k. That was definitely worth the wait. And then forward line, Flanders turning up's great. Heaney 127 is good. Rankin with a 97, you know, we'll cop that. You know, the fact we got such good scores from our forwards is rare. Moore with a 103. Jackson 121 was amazing. And then we went Richards over Kruger, and that cost us about 30 points too. So not the perfect round of SuperCoach, but, you know, good enough for green arrows, so we will absolutely cop that. So let's have a look at the league and how that went. It'll just take a minute for us to load. Need some elevator music to thread in during the long pauses. All right, we're making progress. Well, sort of. Didn't think this would be so busy, but I think it's more of the. I think my computer might be struggling trying to process the previous recording, as well as trying to get through the firewall. Uh, we're getting an ad. That's something. Uh, just edit this bit out. All right, and with that seamless transition, we'll have a look at the head-to-heads this week. So, end up being a couple victory over White Lion Fever. So, Tim's team, having a look at how he went. So, he played Kruger. So, well done in that sense. So, Rao got a 79. He was the one I was interested in looking in. So, I guess it worked out about the same in terms of the upgrade of points. So, I'm okay with that now. Excuse me, just smashed a coffee in the massive delay in loading up the head-to-heads. Tom Stewart with a 115. Nice, good return to form for him. Tommy Green with a 96. Dempsey, he's been pretty good considering he was a cheapie. A lot of people jumped off once he sort of peaked, but he's kicked up another level. Grundy 94. Goulden 85's a little bit below. Schoenmaker, I think he's been a good cheapie for those that got on him. Zorko with an 84, so glad I've gone ranking based on that. But I'm guessing with the name White Lion Fever, might be a Brisbane fan. But had Merritt, had Sheasel, English, the same. Yep. So they're all the matching ones anyway. Wow, I just saw 26-67 off the bat. I'm not even going to look if there's a higher score because that's insane. So Caldwell with 134. I have seen some chat about him being pretty decent. Don't know if it's too late to get him in. We can have a look at him, I suppose. Ridley with 129. Had Butters, English, Tommy Powell with 104, so that's an okay hole. Kerno with the 33 and still got to 2600. So Captain Lockie Neal, that makes sense. Connor Rosie with a 168, that's a good get. He was really cheap as well. She's all, yeah, Merritt, yeah. Nice. So, yeah, a couple of monsters in there, like the likes of Rosie. Decent enough. He's still below 500k. That's insane. Do we flip Horn Francis? It's a temptation. But we don't have that many trades. I think if we have to deal with Gorn, we have to deal with Gorn. So 2060, or 26-21 even for you bloody donkey. So we know Jonah's been doing well this season, sitting second in the league. Um, so yeah, VC Caldwell, fantastic. Has Rosie, LDU with a 114, Adam Trelaw with a 129. So some nice points of difference there. Tom DeConning as an emergency. That's fantastic. Was that just a loophole at captain? Yeah, nice. Yeah, Tom DeConning's been really good. He could be the one you bring in for Gorn, given his sort of glut of form. Jackson as well. You know, looks like just didn't have any misses. Bailey Dow with the 73 looks like his lowest. So fantastic work there, Jonah. I think they were the two 2600s. Cool. So let's have a look at the league as it stands. It's been a while. Head to head, so the Sandgrapers pretty comfortable on top with 56 points. Let's go to the fixtures and see how many more rounds we've got. We've got 3 more rounds before finals, so am I a chance? I'm in ninth, so it must be. But yeah, Jonah, Lee sitting pretty with 10, 12 and 4. Same with Matt, Taz's Tarantulas. So yeah, sitting equal with the Skits Fits 36. So I know Jared was doing pretty well overall too. So I'll cop that if I'm sitting even with him. Uh, but definitely a few nipping at the heels, which is good to see. In terms of total points, so there you go, Jared. Just having an unlucky run in head to head, but killing it in the top 1,000. Robert's found himself in the top 1,000 as well this week, so well done. Taz's Tarantulas holding firm. Good to see that. And Wardlaw and Order, even though getting a 23-11, just slipped out of the top 1K this week. So it's all right, Lee. Plenty of time to bounce back. Got Jonah and Shane in the top 2K, and then there's a bit of a drop off to myself and the rest of us. So definitely got a few absolute weapons in this league. So happy to have you all on board. In terms of the team this week, like I said, I'm trying not to do trades, but if we have to get rid of Gorn, I mean, we've got the money to go to whoever we want. So Brody Grundy, I guess, is the obvious one. Try to match people, but with a 94, and if you look at the averages, there's a few all around the same. So I don't think there's too much stress there. The interesting one is DeConning. You can see his 5 round average is 144. So ignore the season average. He's definitely the one in form. So I can't quite afford him though. That's unlucky. 640. Okay. I thought I could afford anyone. Anyone but the informed player. I don't think there's anyone working down here. Jared Witz is injured. So does that mean Moyle's playing a bit? How's he going? No, he's only averaging 89, not worth flirting with. So I guess could go Grundy. Or I did like Sherry pre-season, and I sort of just went with the crowd at the end. Had Grundy to start with, so maybe as a point of difference, we just get on Sherry as that option. But the other option is we do have Jackson, who we can swing in to our ruck, and this is kind of the reason why we had him. And then we could look at someone like a Caldwell at a bit of a discount. Seems to be in form. Seems to be a few people talking about him, so we could do that. Yeah, I don't think we want to go too further afield. Don't need to bring Dowling down and it's crazy stuff like that. I think it's going to be a ruck or a forward that we bring in. And again, we don't want to do 2 trades. We want to try to keep a few. Unless we need to. What's wrong with Fisher? Foot. Oh, he's already on the bench. So that's fine. So yeah, so ideally Fisher will come back in at some point anyway. A few people getting on Lawson Humphreys, great first name. Negative 89 break even. That's tempting, but don't think we need any more cash. Cheap defender, Jacob Blight. Guessing that's all for one game. If it's a oh no, 2 rounds. So it's 50 and then at 86. So bottom dollar cheapy defender is very tempting too. If you need to make some cash. But I'm just going to cancel that. As I said, I'll wait and see if Gorn's playing. But there might be a trade there if he is out for a while. Just VC and C left to consider. So day cost on Friday night seems to make sense to me. West Coast against Brisbane. So do we just go Dunkley? Just take the default option. I haven't been following too closely. I think is Richmond still struggling. I don't have a GWS player anyway to find out. Adelaide Saints playing each other. Probably cancels that a bit. Tim English against Tom De Koning. Probably not. Sheasel against Sydney. Could be in for a bit of work. Freo against the Hawks. Maybe Surron. I'll just leave it at that for the time being. That's as good as it's going to get for a while until I do a bit more research. But yeah, just wanted to catch up with the leagues and how everything's going. So obviously, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts regarding that, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a thumbs up or like if you enjoy the AFL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.